All right, let's go to 4:60.
Okay, so this is one that I had a lot of discussion that when I watched the video. I did talk with Todd Faulkner about this while I was talking with him on 490, and I was sharing with him some of the concerns that were presented by the board. His first reaction to the policy, and I shared this with the council a little bit, and Mr. Jepson, being an attorney, also agreed that Todd's advice was when you're writing a policy, you want to make sure it's broad enough so that it provides the board flexibility, but yet it also provides some measures of security for the board, basically to address some of the concerns you were mentioning. And he thought the way the policy was written, without any changes, gave that board that flexibility, because it says in the second paragraph that nothing can be approved or authorized without the board's approval. So when we started to talk about the extensions a little bit, Todd's recommendation was that if the board has a problem with the extension, as long as 4 board members, or at that time, whatever the quorum is, don't agree with the extension or the length of the contract, or they want to tell the administration, just vote no, and if it doesn't pass, the board then directs the superintendent to take it back out and get another quote, or to get another RFP, or to take it to bid. So he thought that protection was all built in there, based on what your concerns were.
Well, I think one of the concerns that Tim in particular raised was the issue that, in essence, it was a fait accompli by the time it got here. And I think that the intent here with this language was that to deal with that.
Yeah, and I look back, we presented the food service contract in November. So if the board voted no, there was plenty of time to get food service before next July 1, or the first day of school in August. The vending contract was a revenue-generating contract, so it wasn't even required to necessarily have board approval. I just need to keep a list of that and document those funds. Those are the only 2 contracts we've brought. The other one was the bus contract. So we only have about 3 or 4 contracts that actually, under law, require us to take it out to bid. And then, except for when you start getting into the huge stuff with the architects and the lawyers, or the construction and some of that stuff. It doesn't.
I got to tell you, this separates the attorney giving legal advice from the practical application of what the rule is. And I think the food was an example. Did we have time? Yes, but maybe yes, maybe no. And if what this accomplishes, by the way it changes, a renewal of a contract essentially shall be presented first, is it puts the burden on the administration to say 6 or 9 months in advance, we intend to renew this contract.
Right.
And if we want to renew this, and if the board says no, then clearly there's time to do it. So by putting this language in here, it strengthens, it still has the same flexibility you wanted. You can still come and say we want to renew it, but you clearly have to do it in a time enough manner that the board can say, no, we want you to go out for bids, and you'll have enough time to do it.
Right.
The old language didn't provide for that.
I agree, but that's why when I called Ed and talked with Mike, that's why I came up with this recommendation, because the big concern was
You talked to me too.
the board, and this covers.
And Tim, I'm looking like this, like he said with Quest, he came up, beforehand. Look, even life safety with DLA.
I think we're all in agreement to solve it.
All right, so do I have a motion on this?
Resolved
Okay.
that the Board of Education, District 208, I can't move this now.
You were fast on the first one.
I know, because I was reading it.
Same
High
one.
School District 208, Cook County, Illinois, hereby approves policy 4.90 as presented in the October 22nd, 2013 Board Agenda Packet.
Will you amend that to be 4.60?
4.60.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Tim Walsh. Any other discussion? All right, Mary Ann?
Ms. Ruska?
Yes.
Mr. Jepson?
Yes.
Dr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Walsh?
Yes.
Mr. Welch?
Yes.
Mr. Burchett?
Yes.
Mr. Cindy?
Yes, and don't ever be sick again.